Here's a dummy so crazy. Welcome back to some more Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And the last episode was November, which is kind of strange if you think about it. I mean, last time this November deal happened, where I recorded another episode later on, was Super Smash Bros. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that this episode starts off with kind of a long story, so I apologize. So, let's just begin with, this might be not that much going on in this beginning of the video because this is a story that needs to be told. So, as you remember, November 5th, first Rebirth episode going up, I was like, oh man, I love this game, I should continue playing it offline. And so I did. And I played a lot, and I unlocked a bunch of more stuff. And then, my laptop started screwing up. It didn't want to turn on that well, it kind of lagged a little more than it should have. And then there was also the point where the screen wouldn't even work. Yeah, that happened. It was the best experience. So whilst my laptop was going to get itself fixed from someone else, I started playing the PS Vita version of Rebirth, which, if you didn't know, by now Isaac Rebirth is also released for PS4 and PlayStation Vita, if you're that inclined to knowing. And I unlocked a lot of stuff on the Vita version. All 10 characters that I've had unlocked, I unlocked pretty much everything with those characters. But I missed one out. See, in the original Binding of Isaac, you had 5 characters. You had Isaac himself, Cain, Magdalene, Judas, and the Blue Baby, or Questions, as I would probably refer to him. Then there was a Halloween update, which added Eve, and then there was Wrath of the Lamb, which added Samson. And Rebirth added a few more characters. They've added Zazzle, they've added Eden, they've added Lazarus. But there was one other character. One character that was hidden up in the depths of the game, and yeah, finding out about it is probably either the best or the worst thing to happen to you. So what do you do to unlock this character? So the first thing that you gotta do is you gotta die as Isaac in the basement or the cellar to a Mullaboom. If you use the seed that I've given you, you'll sacrifice yourself twice, get hit once, and then wait for a Mullaboom to come close to you and explode. Simple. Alright, secondly, you have to die as Magdalene in the caves or the catacombs to your own explosions. Now, it seems kind of silly, but the seed I use has the pyro in the first floor, so it works out that way. Thirdly, or third, or whatever the word is for that, you have to die as Judas in the depths or necropolis to your mother. And if you're having a little trouble with this, just check out the videos released later today, because I'm pretty sure that this is going to succeed. Because, Mom, where's your other foot, Mom? Where's your other foot? I need your foot. Summoned! Finally, I can continue. Yes. Oh my god. On. Finally, the last thing to do. Right, back to video mode. Last thing to do is that you have to kill yourself as the Zazzle in the Sheol by Satan. The second and third phases are alright. The whole black art thing I'm not regarding, but just trust me, this is the last thing you'll do. And this, basically you can't use a seed on this run, but this is where everything's decided, and we've unlocked the character, the Lost. Now, here's where things get interesting. And after that, you might think, well man, that's just dying 4 different places, that must be, you know, an easy thing to do. No, you have to do it all in an order. So that means if you screwed up on the Judas part, that means you have to go back to the Isaac part. And then do the Magdalene, then the Judas, then the Azazel part. In that order. And when you do, you've unlocked the Lost. So, what does the Lost do? You must be thinking like, oh man, because he's the Lost, he's just like, he must have best stats. Wait, he has no health. Are you sure? Because it doesn't say his health anywhere. That must mean... As I was saying, the Lost has no health. That must mean he's invincible or something. Well, let's just see. Are you sure you want me to die? Well, it depends on how bloodthirsty you turn out to be. So the Lost starts out with 1 coin, and it seems like it has no health bar as well. So that must mean a lot of things, like maybe he can do what you did in the original Isaac and get an infinite amount of health. Clearly, that must be the option that is chosen in this situation. Let's just see what the item is. Oh, hey, little Gish, that'll be helpful. Sticky Friend, if you didn't know, he shoots balls of tar tears, if you want a comparison to a normal item, and it'll slow enemies down, which is incredibly helpful for Lost. And the Lost, he's just there, he's flying, he's given the flight ability, which is pretty good. And that gives him like a chance to dodge a lot more attacks than you would expect. But then again, that still means that you cannot go over those sacrifice room pits, you know what I'm talking about. And there's another cool feature about the Lost that I'm probably not going to even get into, but even if I manage to do it in this first run, I'll probably show it off. Either that or I manage to find one of the best things for the Lost to find. Except from enemies just killing themselves. Bomb's the key? Whoa, that was wacky. I wouldn't say wacky. Hey Gish, I got a smaller version of you, and killed you. Haha. Even though there's technically the smallest, and then that was the second, that was the medium-sized Gishes. But that doesn't matter. But yeah, of all the things that I've done with the Lost, I think the best, I think you can say, I say this with every other person that's played as Lost. The best thing, when you accomplish one of the achievements for the Lost, it is the best thing. It's literally the best feeling in the world. Then again, it all depends on what type of run you got, and that's the whole thing. Oh, the Gurglings. Not a fun boss to fight with the Lost because, I don't know, I'm crap at dodging. But then again, I have endured these Gurglings before with the Loosed, or whatever his name face is. His named face. Haha. There's these flies everywhere, they're just like attacking, spawning from these gurgling creatures. At least the creep won't get to damage. Ah, there we go. And that's the gimmick of Lost, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode, and no, that's not the joke. Lost can't take a single heart damage. Otherwise, he's died. Which is why he's called the Lost, and why he looks like a spirit. Because if you die, if you remember, he looks like Isaac's soul leaving his body. That's why he's the Lost, as he's lost on his way to the afterlife, etc. That could be what it means. But then again, this is Rebirth, and that means he must have been reborn as a spirit. But then again, let's not get into conspiracy theories. Let's get into the good old-fashioned game of hide-and-seek. But yeah, the Lost is a really character. But it's definitely a character that when you succeed with, you will do a tremendous amount of things with. Like, maybe I'll show a clip of what I did the other day, literally like Monday from recording this. I managed to get to the chest with the Lost. And it was the greatest feeling I've ever had. This could be bad or good, this could be bad or good, this could be bad or good. Pyromaniac. Grand. I'm now immune to explosions. What Pyromaniac would do, if I were to get exploded, you would just get health, a whole heart of damage. But seeing as though the Lost can't pick up health, that means all health up items are terrible. It means that, you know, you can just pick up hearts and do whatever. So you can just be immune to explosions. If I get one more coin, I'll go to that shop, because there seems to be something in there. And I can get near those guys, because they're like the explodey types. See? What did I tell you? You know, there's a key to Isaac that everyone knows since playing the original, and that's movement. Constant movement. If you stop moving, you're probably going to get hit soon. Because most of the enemies later in the game are so precise. And I'm keeping an eye out for this poop down here with the guided fly. Or the guide fly, I believe it's just called. Or protective fly. Can't remember. But yeah, there's like another thing that's desired to be found with the Lost. And I probably haven't even got into it. But if you remember the bedroom. If you remember that bedroom from the first... And I'm dead. If you remember that bedroom from the first episode, there was a rug in the middle of it. If you were to bomb that rug, you would get taken to a trapdoor. Sound familiar? Well, if you've watched the opening cutscene long enough, you would get it. because yes, it is Isaac's room. There's a trapdoor hidden under his rug, away from the evil of the world. Like some rooms, like it'll either take you to the next floor, because it'll sometimes do that, or it'll take you to a nice, cool new room that they've added in Rebirth. Which, most of these runs I've done with the Lost last at least 6 seconds. But these Stellar XL floors, and you'll hate spiders a lot. You'll hate spiders a lot, because these spindly little ass things, they'll just fly from everywhere, just try to kill you. They'll just nibble at your toesies. But I've seen 2 spirit rocks. You know, X-rocks. Damage up, that's a good thing with the Lost. What you want is early damage. Lost requires damage if you want to succeed, because you'll be in rooms for less amount of time, and hey, 25 cents. That means I can find the shoop. Haha! 27 cents. Oh, that's a shoop. Unless it's a library. Screw libraries, am I right? No, but libraries are a good thing. Yes! Yes, 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 please, I'll take it. Red candle. Flame on. See, the candle, you remember from the first game, it was like one of the best items. The red candle is similar in that it does progressive damage. The flames will linger for as much as it can, and when it takes damage, it'll get smaller. That's pretty much its gimmick, and it's incredibly helpful for Lost, because you can have solace moments in rooms where you think you're gonna die, and then you just throw out a flame, and be all like, flame on, and that. Hey, infamy! This gives me a high chance of blocking damage from the front. Notice how I only said from the front. Anyways, here we have Pin. He's not my boss to beat, but there has been some moments where I have gotten damage from his little force shot that appears from there and killed me. It's really annoying when that happens, but it happens rarely, so that's a solace. Oh, another thing about these flames, you can like destroy them with your own tears too. Hey, belt, speed up. And that's about it. So, okay, Haunt, fun. So remember when I said I hated Widow? Widow was alright, that they've changed in this game. Now it's the Haunt that I hate. I can agree, I think most people can agree, that the Haunt isn't the best guy to fight, because of how unpredictable his shot is. He can either do those 5 shots there, or he can do a laser that you can barely dodge. Hey, tears up, hooray. Some soul hearts that I don't need. Krampus, what are you doing? Cramping my style, ha ha ha. I legitimately had a heart attack there. Oh, Head of Krampus. By the way, Head of Krampus is actually a really fun item. I believe I've used it before. But if you don't know what it does, that does a lot of damage. But that's not what we're here for. We're sticking with the red candle. So seeing as though I've experienced a Devil Room, I can say this confidently, the Lost can take any deal to the devil. Unknown. Clearly the best curse for the Lost. Because if you didn't know, Curse of the Unknown makes it so you can't see your health bar. So, that's just ironic how they keep that there. And if you ever, like him, you start talking rapidly or in a fast motion, that's because I believe I'm about to die, and everything could possibly go wrong in any second. Speaking of things going wrong, burp. Haha! Oh, it's a V. Double V. That's what it's called. Yeah, I didn't mean to throw that laser. Ah, whoa! I mean, novice players will hate these enemies. As I did too. I still hate them. They're annoying, and they're kind of hard to dodge if you're not paying attention. Like, seriously, I've not paid attention in one of these rooms as I lost before, and that's why. So, that was about enough I could stomach. I'm sorry. But, that's all I can. Something I should note, if you're aiming for runs with the Lost, I recommend always playing on hard mode, because his ultimate unlock requires you to beat everything on hard mode, and if you just do it on normal, well, you kind of have to do it all again on hard. So why go through all that trouble? Do everything on hard mode. Problem solved. Yeah. Anyways, next episode I will be talking about seed runs, and I will also be talking about another character that I really like playing as, or that they've added. It's gotta be either Azazel, it's gotta be Lazarus, it's gotta be Eden. One of those. one of those characters are going to be played next. But you'll not find out now, you'll probably find out later. It's just one of those characters. Just to check, let's actually check the stats, because I don't remember doing this a lot. 176 deaths, 306 items, 39 bomb kills, secrets, 122. That's a lot of items. All of them items. I don't even know what items I remember picking up. Which ones are of note? There's this one down here that looks interesting. That's just technology. That's one seen before. This one, that's kind of fun. That one, that's kind of fun. I find that one, but not in the Vita version. This one's helpful. And that's all I'll say, because it's the end of our Rebirth run. In the next episode, we will continue with Rebirth at a much more accelerated point. And I'm not really that good at ending outros or just ending videos lately. I mean, did you see the beginning of the My Friends Play 4? Did you see how bad that was? I can't even end intros.